General Hokanson, the MQ-1C Gray Eagle, you and I talked about it before. It's a mission that you all have to support the military, our Army with that mission, but you don't currently have any of your guardsmen that actually have that system and train on it and operate on it, and we all know how active you are these days in everything we do, and it's just amazing, and you do, of course, an incredible job. So I guess, what about, don't you need to be training on this system if you're going to actually utilize it in combat, which is, in fact, the case?
Yes, Senator Hoeven. So when we look at the 8 divisions in the Army National Guard, our goal is they look exactly like their active component divisions, so they're interoperable on the battlefield or whenever our nation needs them. And as you mentioned, the Gray Eagle is one of the capabilities that currently exists in the active component. We're working very closely with the Army when we look at not only the Gray Eagle, but the extended range version of the Gray Eagle to make sure if the Army acquires more, that we have those integrated in the National Guard divisions as well, because we think it's absolutely important. And so we're working with them very closely to see what decisions are made to make sure that we're part of that process.
But you do need to have that system in the Guard with an established training for it, don't you?
Yes, sir. If the intent is to implement those across the entire Army, we absolutely need those in our formations. And as you said, we need to train in those so that we're ready to use them when they're needed. Yeah,
that's vitally important. That's how we do it with all of our weapon systems, and rightly so. I want to ask you about the MQ9 Reaper conversion. As you know, we've had that mission at the with the hooligans at Fargo. Our guard in Fargo shifted from the F-16 to the originally Predator, now Reaper. But I want, given that they have had that mission now for, I lose track, long time. One of the first to get it, maybe the first guard unit to get it, and they have very good clients. They need the Block 5, so I want to know that you have arrangements to make sure that they continue in the Block 5.
Yes, Senator, we're working very closely with the Air Force to ensure that all of our systems stay current, particularly when you look at the demand for ISR globally. It's very, very important, and so we want to work to make sure that the Air Force modernizes our fleet so we continue to perform those missions that we're being given.
Good. And then you participated in a dynamic force employment exercise in March. Can you tell me what specifically you learned in regard to, and utilized the MQ9 in that exercise? Tell me how that worked and what you learned from it.
Yes, Senator, I'd have to follow up with the state to see how it actually worked, but I know that the intent all along was that our units are capable of dynamic force employment to show that the Guard readiness levels are the same as their active duty counterparts, and when asked to do those mission sets, we can perform them seamlessly. And so I'll follow up with the Adjutant General Al Dorman to get the after-action review of that.
Thanks, General. Line of communications bridge. We included some language in last year's MILCON approps bill in regard to the Guard establishing a dedicated training pipeline for the line of communications bridge. So can you provide me with an update on that?
Senator, I'll have to get back with you on that specific one due to the level of details that need to be provided related to that.
Okay. If you would do that, I'd very much appreciate it.